Shopping for SUVs? Dublin Chevrolet will save you money.
Drive the new 2020 Chevy Traverse for as low as $31,599.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Chevrolet, the only dealer you will ever need.
Welcome everyone out to West Lawrence High School. We're here with head football coach Kagan McLean. And Coach McLean, for years you've just had a spotless reputation. I guess you want to work on your bad boy image this past week.
It's definitely not a spotless reputation. I've got as many or if not more faults than most people.
Coach, I've never seen you get thrown out.
Yeah, well, that's the first time for me getting ejected from anything in my nearly 20-year career. But yeah, it was a shocking thing and just one of those things that happened. Obviously, as everybody knows now, because I know it's been out on social media, the officials misinterpreted a rule, an honest human error, and I should not have been ejected for the penalty. And I want to stress that I wasn't thrown out for arguing with officials. It was 2 sideline infractions, one on the assistant coaches earlier in the game, and then a second one on me when I was trying to get a player back who had committed a personal foul, and then I was fussing at him after the play was over and was flagged for a sideline infraction then too. And they misinterpreted the rule of applying both of those to me and ejected me, mistakenly from the game.
And in all fairness, Coach, we should say officials are human too.
Definitely.
And there's human error. There's even human error in pro ball, college ball. There's
Absolutely.
still that
Absolutely.
interference call. There's certain calls that are not going to be reviewed, but when you get to high school, there's, from what I didn't even understand, Coach, you can't even have a rule book on the side to say, no, official, please look at this rule.
Right. Well, it was just an honest mistake. I'm certainly, I hate that it happened the way it did. I hate that it affected the second half the way it did. But those guys weren't out there trying to, affect the game or anything. They were doing what they thought was right.
Yeah.
And it was just a simple mistake and an unfortunate mistake.
And live and learn. And just so people know, from what I understand, Coach, anytime officials do make a human error like that, they're reprimanded heavily. They may have to sit out a week. So it doesn't go unpunished.
Oh yeah, they review the film just like we do as coaches, and they're judged and they are critiqued by their higher ups and everything.
Yeah.
But again, it was a mistake, and mistakes happen, and in life when things happen that you don't think are right or maybe you don't think are fair, you got to learn how to respond and move forward.
You got to flush and move on.
That's exactly, and that's all it was. I was certainly not. The time I was a little upset about it, obviously on the sideline, but now when you reflect on it, you realize people are people, and everybody needs grace and forgiveness, and you just move on.
Go on, brother. So, in moving on, Coach, do you prepare for that if it should ever happen again? Do you try to prepare your people better, or if something happened, you pull a muscle, whatever, do you try to prepare other coaches?
Well, I think our assistant coaches did a great job the second half last week. We've got some good coaches, and we've got some guys with head coaching experience. Mm-hmm. So they stepped right in, and I think it ran smoothly, and I think everything was fine from what I saw in the second half. They jumped right in, did a great job, and we're always kind of prepared for that. I mean, hopefully it's one of those things that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But you always got to have a contingency plan for what happens if a head coach or a coordinator through illness or emergency or ejection, can't be there.
Yeah.
And our guys did a good job.
But a team's a team, Coach.
Right.
You need all members of your team. You need your quarterback every week. You need your star receivers. You don't want to miss anybody. So it definitely affects the game, and I believe it did this past week. It was gut wrenching to me to to watch it, and to see how it really played out, to have so much control and then to watch some of it. But hey, you live and learn. There's some reason that happened. Like you say, you gotta let it go and move on, and that's what we're about to do. We want to show you the highlights. We want to show you the good things. We want to brag on these young people. That's what we're out here for every week. That's why we want to come and talk to the coach to build up. So we're going to build it up with some footage when we come back, so you stay with us.
Jeff Shepard here at Roach Farm and Garden. Deer season is here. Come to see us at Roach Farm and Garden. We got all your deer hunt necessities. We carry 5-way, 3-way, Harvest Advantage, iron clay peas, wheats and oats, daikon radishes, a bruiser rye, and big boss rye, buck forage and annual rye. We will make your food plots look right. We have all your supplies of deer feed, 17 and 24% protein, QDM and 4S. We even carry 4S draw in the blocking bags. And when you get that deer, we've got something to cook him with, from grills to griddles to your deep fryers. You want clothes? We got a full line of Georgia Boot, Rocky Boot, and all the Carhartt that you could need. And for your pelletized grill, we have any flavor you need. We have ladder stands by Millennium and Amerstep, replacement seats, protein blocks, salt blocks, and attractants, and a full line of coolers. And don't forget to pick your supply up of Voodoo while you're in there. It's at the counter. Don't forget, everything you need for deer season is right here at Roach Farm and Garden. 2 locations, Wrightsville and Dublin.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and cooling unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new Amana, offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Call Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff at Allen's Heating and Cooling, your Amana dealer. Amana lasts and lasts and lasts. When it's time to buy or sell your home, it's time to put the winning team of Century 21 to work for you. And our team includes Charlene Lamb, David Deeves, Delton Lamb, Benny Helton, Jay Brantley, Raina Dubberly, Karen Whitmer, Jessica Granger, Jennifer Bradley, Ruth Watson, Sarah Colby, Jim Jarrett, Charlene Brantley, Jody Tanner, Yvonne Robertson, Pam Tillery, and broker George Durden. So put the Century 21 Durden Cornegay team to work for you today, and you're sure to score every time. For more information, log on to c21dublin.com. Call 272-1535 or come see us at 1700 Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Century 21 Durden Cornegay, the #1 realty company in Dublin and Lawrence County.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Out here, there are many jobs to do. You need the kind of power, versatility, and comfortable handling that comes with your territory. You need the tractor built to pull all that weight. The Kubota L Series is what you need out here. Right now, get an L Series for 0 down with 1.99% APR financing for up to 84 months, plus a 6-year warranty.
Your local Kubota dealer is Mid-State Tractor and Equipment. If you're looking for quality equipment and exceptional service provided by trained experts, see Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson, Dublin. Check us out online or call us at 272-2198. Get your equipment ready for this season. Subcompact, compact, economy, utility, special, agriculture, and other construction and farm tractors and implements. Choose Kubota zero-turn mowers that are proven to provide excellence. Let us help you find the right equipment to meet your lawn care needs. And our utility vehicles are engineered to keep you moving. From mid-size to full-size RTVs. Get groundbreaking levels of performance and productivity at your local Kubota dealer, Mid-State Tractor and Equipment. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to the highlights.
Really proud of our guys. 2 weeks in a row we've fallen behind late in the game, and we fought back and given ourselves a chance to win. of the ball game. Early on in the game, I thought our offense, really all game, I thought our offense did an outstanding job, and we were really controlling them up front. The run game was great. We were able to hit Brent in some one-on-ones. Here you see Brent on a quick slant, making a big catch early in the game, and was ruled down there. Didn't fumble the ball, but smartly jumped on it just to be, safe there. But Brent had a monster night, had 200-plus yards receiving on 9 catches. Daniel Dorsey, big run here early for our first touchdown. You see him hit the hole and break free, and it really hurt us when we were up 14-0, and he rolled his ankle and was out for the rest of the game. He came and tried to play defense, but just couldn't do much with it there late, with a mild ankle sprain. But hopefully he'll be back this Friday night. But he's a big part of our offense and our defense. Defensively, I really thought we did a good job against the run game. Their running back's a D1 commit, and we really stuffed him pretty much all night. Had 2 runs of 30-plus yards late when we're trying to get the ball back and we're trying to do some things. But other than that, thought we did a great job there. You saw Spencer Dacus doing a great job up front. Here the linebackers really fitting on a stretch play, flowing over the top, making a nice hit. Thought defensively, the run defense was really good all night. Here you see in the passing game, A.J. stepping up, making a big pass to Tyler Franks, coming open on a crossing route and getting it down to the 15. A.J. did a really good job of finding open receivers and as we teach them, taking what they give you and not just being locked into Brent Carr all night and did a great job. Here in our heavy set, we're going to come back to this late in the game. I mean, we really had a lot of success moving the ball in the heavy set, and we just felt really confident there at the end that we were going to be able to get that 2-point conversion. Here you see Dorsey hitting the edge on him, just outrunning everybody to the corner and scoring a touchdown. We're up 14-0 right now and feeling pretty good about things. They hadn't stopped us yet. We've stopped them, and then we come back and defensively, again, have another good series to start with. Here you see great job there by Xavier Lewis stepping up on the quarterback keeper, buzzing his feet, and making a nice form tackle. Something we talked about before, being good, being sound tackling. We did a really good job. Didn't have, I think, 2 missed tackles the whole game last week, which is great. Here you got 2nd and short. Another chance for us to get them in a 3rd down, and 3rd down defense was really good Friday night again. Here they fake it in there, quarterback scrambles, steps up and throws it, and the DB lets him get behind him and then just tips the ball in the air right to their receiver. That's 2 mistakes there. Number 1, letting them get behind you, but number 2, tipping the ball up and giving them a touchdown there. That's something that, we got to do a better job of there. Again, about 3 big plays where we just had busts led to about 21 of their points. And, hey, don't take anything away from South Effingham. They did a great job. Here, Shante Burney on a nice run on the stretch. You see the offensive line just opening up huge, huge holes in there. And really the run game was good for us all night. And then when they would stack the box on the run, we would have Brent Carr out on some one-on-ones, and we're able to take advantage of that. A.J. doing a good job hitting him when they gave it to us. Here you see him again, Brent over the middle, just snagging post routes and picking up yards. And they did that all night long whenever they'd go single coverage on them. And that's what we got to do when teams stack the box on us. Here, good job offensively here. We're pinned back on a nice punt by them. Bernie gets a big hole, hits the sideline, and gets us out and gets us some breathing room there, and that's huge in the field position game. They had punted and pinned us inside the 5, and the offense does a great job coming and getting it back. And you can see later on we're able to pin them deep because of it. And nice job there. De'Eric Jackson comes up, makes a big hit on the sideline to clean up a stretch. As you'll see in these highlights, up front, I thought our D-line played excellent. Thought our linebackers played excellent. The run defense was outstanding. Here again, throwing the ball. De'Eric's got a chance there for a pick 6 and just can't hang on to it. I know, man, he was disappointed coming off there too. He read the route great, drops right into the stick just like we worked on, sees it all the way and just can't quite pull it in. I know. But a great play by him. Apparently we got some technical difficulties there. That was a 50-yard touchdown run by Christian Coven. I don't know why we missed it there. Maybe we can see. There you go. We'll give you guys the end zone copy. Coach Resper might not be too mad at me if I show one end zone play there. But inside zone, he just hits the hole there, breaks free, and goes untouched all the way to the end zone. Great job by Coven there.
Speed.
And that picks us right back up. Now it's 21-7, and we're feeling good. Mm-hmm. And our guys are playing good at this point, Defensively come back, and, they've got the ball around midfield. And, we have a chance. We got to get off the field here. We got to do some good things. Quarterback gets some time there, but then Dacus comes up, gets off the block, and makes a nice sack there. And that's, we were going to drop a lot of guys in coverage and make him read and make decisions and then pressure when we wanted to. And when you can get a sack with a 3-man rush, that's just
awesome.
That's gravy, Great job here. Xavier Lewis comes out. They motion the running back out. He picks him up man-to-man and makes a nice play on arguably their best athlete. That's a great job. Zay played a great game for us Friday. Back on offense, again, A.J. Taking what they give us, throwing over the middle, just hitting Brent Carr on those one-on-one routes, and they didn't really adjust to it much. They were bound and determined they were going to stay singled up, and we were able to take advantage of it. Stretch play here, you see Dacus again just plowing through the line and getting a big tackle for loss there. Their offensive coach told us after the game, said they had to change some of their assignments up front just to handle Dacus because he was wearing everybody out. And he went over and told Spencer that, so credit to him, doing that for that. Here's a turning point in the game, second half. We've stopped them, 21-7 lead. We fumble the ball right there, and they pick it up, and you can't advance the muff punt, but they get the ball now at midfield after we just get a 3-and-out to start the second half, and now we got to step up and stop them, and we get them in a third down situation, and we got a chance to force a field goal attempt, and we just let a receiver go. One of our DBs gets caught with his eyes in the wrong place. Receiver gets the back of the end zone, makes a nice throw and catch there, and gets a toenail in. They're at the back, and our guys are arguing he's out, but one official said he was out, one said he was in, and the one that said he was in overruled him, and it was a touchdown. They have a much better view than I did, so got to trust them on that. Here again, A.J. and Brent hooking up. Another nice big gainer. Offensively, we had over 400 yards of offense. It's one of those things where we did everything right, and when we made mistakes, they took advantage of it, and in the end, they came out on top. So, credit those guys. I don't want it to turn into an officiating or thing like that.
Yeah, they
Here,
played a good game.
Yeah, no doubt. Brent Carr hits a slant, takes it for a touchdown. We're all excited, and they throw a flag for a peel-back block, which it was. Tyler blocked behind the play, and you can't do that. And this is where I go out on the field and fuss at Tyler because, it's one of those personal foul situations where I don't want the other kid getting up and there being any kind of confrontation. So, clearly after the play, I'm on the sideline until the play's over.
Yep.
But then I step out to get after Tyler there and fuss at him about what he did, and then that's when I got flagged. And that's on me. I got to stay my butt on the sideline. That's on me. But I was.
Coach, when a kid messes up, Coach, you get on to him.
Well, yeah, I just wanted him to realize number one, I didn't want it to be one of those deals where it got worse than it was.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want it to be. I wanted him to realize the importance of it. Here, great throw by A.J. Mathis. Just an outstanding. Hard to see it there, but here you go. He gets pressure in his face, rolls out, and makes a back-footed throw and hits an open receiver. Just an outstanding individual effort there by A.J. and by the receiver coming down with it and fighting and getting yards. Again, Brent had an outstanding night. He's
that was a heck of a catch.
If he's not a D1 receiver, I don't know what he is. You know what I mean? And he's got some offers working, so we're excited for him. But the kid's a player. Here again with the run, Shante Burney. You see the holes just open up inside, getting a big run, getting it down inside the 15-yard line. And unfortunately, there we had to come away with a field goal on this drive. Weren't able to punch it in. But still, we're up 24-17 at this point. And I'm out of the game at this point, and our guys are taking over and doing a good job, and we just got to hold on, But offensively, I thought we did a great job, and we were able to move the ball pretty much at will. With it, and do our game plan was great. We were able to do what we want to do here. AJ, everything's covered. He flushes, again finds Brent on the sideline. Another great throw and catch.
Good position.
Absolutely. Just a good job there by those guys making plays. Defensively, here you see De'Eric Jackson coming up, making a nice hit again. The run defense was outstanding. Dre Bonner's in there, nice play there. But those are things we got to do. Unfortunately, they were able to drive on us a little bit with a couple big plays and get down inside the 10. There, De'Eric, big hit again, giving us a chance, to get a stop, force field goal attempts, and not give up touchdowns. Here you're going to see him again on a toss. De'Eric's going to scrape over the top. We force the run inside. He makes a nice play filling and another big tackle. But, you get those third downs, you got to get them off the field, and they were able to step up here from the 4-yard line. A little throw and catch. We just gave up leverage there, and he threads it right between three guys. Nice play by them, and that gave them their first lead of the ball game. And credit to us, though, we come right back. You'll see here we throw a screen. Brent Carr busts it, gets all the way down to the 1-yard line, and we have it called back on a holding call on a screen, which, it is what it is. It's a judgment call, but he gets all the way down to the 1. We think he's in, but I mean, that's a big turning point in the game, you know. He gets all the way down to the 1, and we have to, next play, we're back at our 5-yard line because of the penalty. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, here again, defensively, good job. You can see we're just muddying up the waters inside. And there's Spencer Dacus with a big tackle for a loss. That's a, you know, great job by him. He had a monster game inside. But no matter what, you know, every time we got behind, our offense fought back. Here, we're down late in the game here. You know, we go on about a 90-yard drive. You know, we hit Brent Carr, nice catch over the middle there. We're going to come right back and get another nice throw and catch. A.J. to Brent on the one-on-one coverage down the sideline. You know, when your back's against the wall, you quit or you respond. And I thought our kids responded. Yep. You know, here Brent Carr goes up, another great catch. He's fighting, dragging guys, getting yards, you know. Down to the 20. They're going to see a nice run here by Shante Burney to give us a touchdown and to give us a chance to tie the football game. You know, despite everything that went wrong, you know, our kids never quit. They fought. They played hard, and I'm proud of them. Their Burney gets it in, and now it's 31-30. And, you know, they get they lined up off sides on the extra point, so we get a chance here to go for a 2-point conversion. And people have asked me about that all week, and I want to reiterate, I think that was absolutely the right call. I would have done the same thing if I'd been on the sideline. We have pushed them around all night, and if we get the handoff here, if we don't get a bad snap, we get the handoff, it's wide open, and Daniel walks in. But we fumble the snap, and they fall on it, and then of course that's the ball game. They're able to run out the clock, but I mean, you know, I completely support that call, and I believe in our kids. If we need a yard and a half, dang it, I believe we're going to get it.
Coach, like you say, you right down there, you pushed them around all night. That heavy set has pushed the line back all year long, and it was doing it all night Friday night. Right. Just a miscue, just one of those things. You know, it was almost a sure thing in everybody's mind. Yep. But you gotta have ball control.
You gotta execute. You know, yep. Bottom line is we had everything we wanted. We had the defensive look we wanted. You know, when you watch it on film, it's I mean, we could walk in if we just take the snap and hand it off, and unfortunately, we weren't able to execute. That's on us. You know, that's on us.
Yeah, live and learn. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back and talk about the Statesboro game coming up this Friday night. Stay with us.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Curry Companies and Curry Residential, your Caldwell banker, providing real estate services since 1902.
Dublin Ford Lincoln has built our business by forming many great friendships. Ben East is one of those friends.
No type of pressure at any point in time to buy. It was just a matter of if I wanted to do it or not. And that's what I enjoyed, was there was no pressure. And makes you're able to think clearly, and you're not getting pressured to do anything that you don't want to do. And so that was a very, very good way to do business, in my opinion.
Others call you customers, we call you friends. That's Dublin Ford Lincoln.
Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking is Farmers State Bank. From our customer service professionals to our mortgage specialist or any of our professional lenders, we're committed to making banking as easy as FSB. Farmers State Bank, with locations in Dublin and Cadwell, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender. Stop by today and find out why we make banking as easy as FSB.
Good afternoon. Sit Up Dublin Natural Gas Department, Yvonne speaking. How may I help you? You're smelling gas inside your house? Eric, at 709 Bell Drive, they're smelling gas inside their house. Could you go check it out, please?
10-4, I'll be in route.
One of our service personnel is being dispatched. At this time, please evacuate your home and move to a safe destination, away from the potential gas leak. Do not light a match, turn on any electrical switches or devices. Do not hang up your phone, place it down and leave. And please do not re-enter your home until a leak investigation has been conducted by our gas department.
Mr. Cates, I'm Brad. This is Eric. We're with the City of Dublin Gas. Are you say you called us about smelling some gas?
Yes.
Everybody outside? Well, what we're going to do, Eric's going to go to the side of the house, check the meter out, make sure everything's okay, nothing's running through the meter. I'm going to check around the door, and then we'll go inside and kind of see what's going on.
Okay.
Mr. Case, we went inside and checked around the ceiling, pretty much everywhere, all your appliances, and it looks like you're in good shape. The reason that we check up high around the ceiling is natural gas is lighter than air. It's always going to rise. We checked all your appliances. Absolutely nothing was indicated as far as gas leak goes. So I believe you're in good shape. Ms. Case, we appreciate your business and being a natural gas customer. We're on call 24 hours, 7 days a week. If there's anything that you ever need, give us a call. We'll be more than glad to come out and check anything that you need.
Okay, all right, appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, welcome you back, Coach. Let's talk about injuries first, because you mentioned Bernie earlier, or there are others.
Right. Yeah, we got a few guys that are banged up. You know, Daniel Dorsey rolled his ankle last Friday and had to come out of the game. Tried to fight back the second half and play a little bit, but he really wasn't. He was hobbled and wasn't able to do it. Now, you know, I appreciate him being a warrior and trying to get in there and fight for his teammates, but ultimately he just wasn't able to go. You know, so he's going to be a game time decision. We've held him out of practice a little bit this week, and he's been to the orthopedic and checked him out. So he's a little banged up. Shante Burney's got a mild AC separation on the shoulder, so he's a little banged up. He's been fighting that all year, but he can play to tolerance, so he should be good to go. Brent Carr has a strained hamstring, so he's been limited at practice this week, and he's going to be a game time decision whether or not he's going to be able to play. Yeah. And of course, De'Eric Jackson's been battling a shoulder injury all year and been toughing it out and fighting through it. So he's a week-to-week guy. If he's feeling good, he can go. If the shoulder pops out, you know, we're not going to risk you know, any kind of serious injury over a single football game for a kid. You know, that's just not worth it. But those are the main guys we've got banged up, and they're all probable for this Friday, but we won't know until Friday.
Yeah. Coach, let's talk about Statesboro. Compare them to us. How do they look on defense?
They're a really good defensive football team. You know, just like all the teams we've played, it's interesting. I looked at it. Every team we've played this year has been undefeated when we played them. You know, we haven't played anybody that's experienced a loss yet. You know, Dodge was undefeated when we played them. Chris was undefeated when we played them. Yeah. South Evergreen was undefeated. Now Statesboro is undefeated. They're a very good defensive football team. They're very physical. You know, on offense, they run the ball mostly. You know, they're not in the wishbone anymore. They spread it out a little bit, but they are downhill, physical, pound you. They got great running backs. I think they rushed for 400 yards last week. Had a single running back that rushed for like 230 last week. So they're a really good, undefeated 5A football team. And these back-to-back weeks are going to be, you know, a test for us with those two 5A schools. Yeah. And hopefully they'll make us tougher and not beat us up so that we can be ready for region play.
Yeah, Coach, if you look at it, are they running, you know, the A gaps, or are they trying to get outside on you?
They're a big stretch counter team. They're going to run stretch and try and get outside a bunch, and then they're going to counter that by running the inside counter with the guard and the tackle. So they do a good job of what they do. They don't do a lot of stuff, but they're really efficient and really physical in what they do. So we're going to get stretch, counter, and a little bit of old school inside ISO. So they're a tough football team, and they're going to beat on you and beat on you and beat on you and try and win the game in the fourth quarter.
How many yards they usually try to pass it?
They don't throw it a whole lot. I mean, when they do, they're effective because, you know, when you run it 8 times in a row and then you throw it on play 9, you catch some guys looking in the backfield. Sure. So we got to have great eye discipline in the secondary, make sure we're reading our keys. And they've had several touchdowns this year where their DBs are just caught looking in the backfield and guys are wide open. Yeah. And every team they've played, that's happened to them. Mm-hmm. So we've got to make sure that we've been really preaching. You know, we got to be disciplined our eyes and reading our keys. Yeah,
that's tough, but hey, that's part of the game. So, Coach, what do they average? How many points they average per game so far?
They're right about 30 points a game, 35 points a game in all their games. I think, you know, they beat Veterans, who's a very good football team, 29-19 a couple weeks ago. And, you know, Veterans is a very good defensive football team. I think Veterans beat Houston County this week like 7-2 or something like that. Yeah. So you know, they can score points. I think 29 might be their lowest point total of the year so far. Mm-hmm. So they're right there 30, 35 a game. They're putting points up on everybody.
All right, what are they giving up?
Not much, you know, right around 14 or 15 a game. Doing a really good job on the defense side of the football, just like they were last year. Again, a very physical defense, guys that'll fly around, and it's going to be a test for us.
Yeah. Nothing's really going to change for you. You had good luck, obviously, with Brent, but you had good luck with other receivers as well. We've thrown the ball very well, been able to spread it out, and the running game has just been very impressive to me, Coach. Your line is still doing outstanding.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're doing a great job. Offensive line has been a very bright spot for us this year because it was a question mark coming in, and they've done outstanding. But, yeah, we're going to do what we do. We're going to, you know, run what we run, and we're going to play how we play and hope our kids give us a chance to win at the end, and I think they will. But it's going to be a tough football game.
Yeah. So I want you to make that trip to Statesboro this Friday. Wear your blue, come out loud and proud, and support the Raiders. We'll see you next time right here.
Shopping for SUVs? Dublin Chevrolet will save you money.
Drive the all-new GMC Acadia for as low as $29,535.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Chevrolet, the only dealer you will ever need.